It's, when you think about it, when your shoulders are open, and your chest is open up like that, you're getting the range of motion you're getting is very similar to like if you're using a cambered bar where you're going deeper.
Right. Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden you've got this open, your shoulder blades open up and you're moving
big time.
So that's going to make it harder.
What
on top of
I was gonna ask, what did Seedman think about that? Because he doesn't go past 90.
He actually didn't have anything negative to say about that. He loves it. He said it goes direct. It's in almost direct line with what his training protocol. So
but he wouldn't experience that. What you just said, he doesn't do that range of motion.
No, but I think what he was really liking about it is the ability to move the scapula.
The scapula, yeah.
And so it has the your strength training and almost doing rehab at the same time.
Yeah.
So or prehab, whatever you want to call it.
And he is, man. It's funny because when you do content when the cameras come on, like we kind of knew Seedman was a good dude because he wasn't even in Atlanta. He was somewhere. He was somewhere else, and he came back, and that was a last minute.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to Athens.
We were already in Nashville to go see Mark Lobliner and Gunnar. I forgot
Gunnar Peterson.
Gunnar Peterson.
Yeah.
So we were already going to visit those guys.
Gotcha.
And I've been saying since day one, like, dude, we gotta go see Seedman. We gotta see Seedman, and that it just came about that day. And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in somewhere." I believe he was probably an hour away.
Sure.
So I'll meet you guys back there. And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, we gotta go." So we drove 8 hours to Tennessee. 4 hours to Atlanta the next day, and 4 hours. It was a hell of a driving ass.
Dang.
I drove to Texas, so I got.
Yeah, he drove for Texas, so we got about the same distance. And when Seedman did that, I was like, that's cool. And then when he got on it and he started explaining it and talking about it, then he showed us some some of his protocols, offset training, which I will never not warm up with that again. His offset training
really
for bench. I haven't tried it with much else. But with bench, I will never warm up with nothing else. I've had
offset training. You're talking about with the plate on one side.
Right.
That's
the
what
best
people who don't know
days.
what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had my
for warming
best
up.
days
You throw what, like a 25 on one
25.
side?
I wouldn't go more than that. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I was,
he said the most he's ever seen is a 45 on
I was, the guy. He wrestled in WWE. Sam, what was the name? Shit. Anyway,
he trains with Seedman.
No, he's out of Cincinnati. He did it with a 45. Now, now again, I don't know how efficient it was because I want to feel everything.
Yeah.
It looked good, but I wanted to actually
feel
feel
how it
everything.
looked. Yeah, it's got a function to it.
But he did it with a 45. I tried a 35 one time, and I almost ripped my hamstring out of my asshole. So I'm like, you know what? I'll keep it at the 25. But he showed us that and a couple other techniques, and we did it with the Launchpad. And I was like, dude, this is on point. So Seedman's good, and even after he would hit me up like, hey man, hey, you guys got a good thing. And he was talking. I'm supposed to trying to set up for me and him to go live and talk about his offsetting training.
Yeah. Because
again, me not understanding how to articulate exactly what that is doing.
Right.
People always ask me when I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I get frustrated. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Just do it. I don't care. I don't care. But so I'm gonna go live with him so he can explain it. But that also helped out a ton, and I used that routine with the Launchpad too.
That's part of the reason I want to get him on here. I feel like he's a bit misunderstood on social media, especially because
I didn't know it was that bad, man.
Like dude, yeah.
Until they said that, I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh yeah, people hate him.
Wow.
It's like it's a lot of and it's not just like people who don't know anything. There are decently reputable people that harshly criticize his methods.
Really?
Harshly.
And they really have no grounds to do it either. Like because he did study it.
Well, yeah, okay, but so did a lot of us. So did they probably did too. There's a lot of train of thought when it comes to how he's training and specifically with
maybe some bias for him towards his own and
he is selling a training methodology. And when you're selling a training methodology and that's your thing, that's your baby, oftentimes the tenets of that methodology can sometimes get in the way of what's the best thing for and again, this is why I want to get him on here. I don't think he is as strict with his tenets
he's not
as he appears on social media.
Right.
Not at all. He said that. Yeah, he told us straight up,
He'll
like,
sometimes put the
dude,
crazy
you just
down.
try it. That's all he says. I just tell people to try it. If they don't try it, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, he doesn't have that at all. Like how strict that is.
I didn't picture. He didn't.
I've only seen a couple videos that
He's
you
actually
sent me
trying to
that people
sell.
criticize him. And I'm like,
and that's brutal.
damn.
Oh, we get hit up about him all the time.
Really?
All the time.
That is
People really go
crazy.
in on it.
And it's why I want to get him on here. There's something about actually having just a long format discussion where we can field questions from people, or I can ask all the questions that they've always asked me about him. And I rip a lot of his movements. I like him. I do a lot of his stuff here. I think he's got a really creative mind, and he's got a good library of different movements that he does. I tend to find my way kind of into the middle ground, which is sort of why you don't go as viral if you're a moderated individual with training. If you find that, hey, he does it right on this area, he does it right on this way, exercise. Everyone's different, and every athlete is different. Depending on the exercise, it'll be different.